introduce you to a very dynamic Nouha Zaabab.
I just started my third year at Georgia Tech studying international affairs and pre-law. What I like to do in my free time is write, watch TED Talks, and play basketball. And I'm also project manager for the Islamic Speakers Bureau of Atlanta. And a couple of years ago, I wrote an article for the AtlantaMuslim.com, and it's about Algerians who have impacted the United States one way or another in the past and present. And the main focus was Abd el Kader, and it's titled "Why the Iowa City Named After a Muslim Hero Matters Today." And so somehow, by God's will, this article was heavily circulated on the web. And so I'm here to give a youth's perspective. I'm 20 years old, and Algerians have impacted the states in the past and present, and God willing, future generations. And that part's on me and every Algerian American in this room, but also every youth in this room and watching. It's on us to continue Abd el Kader's legacy. In 1860, the Christian-Jew civil war had spread to Damascus, Syria, where the Christians found themselves surrounded by the Druze who came with what was described as ISIS-like cruelty with the intentions to slaughter the Christians. And I have this quote, "Whoever kills an innocent person, it is as if he has killed all of humanity." And Abd el Kader knew that, and he saved the lives of over 10,000 Christians because he was about justice, and he didn't care that the Druze were all Muslims like him. He still chastised them for their ignorance of Islamic law, which is similar to ISIS today. They say that they're representing Islam when it's completely ignorant, like the Quran says. When his actions in saving the Christians became known across Europe and beyond, he was honored by the world. Abraham Lincoln sent him a gift to thank him for saving the Christians, and also the French honored him with their highest level of honor, which is the French Legion of Honor. And so can you imagine how incredibly globally influential you have to be in order to be honored by a country in which you waged a long war against? And that brings me to my final point, or the final aspect I wanted to touch on, which is what we talked about today, that Abd el Kader loved education. He was an intellect of his time. He was a scholar. And so, he loved the Greek philosophers. He forbade his fighters from destroying books. So he valued education. And so I think it's only important for us to learn his history as well and continue to educate ourselves, because like we've been talking about the entire afternoon, education is the medicine for ignorance. And so that's why I love so much what the Abd el Kader Education Project is doing. It's so important. Thank you so much for having me. Today, more than ever, we need Muslims and non-Muslims alike to learn from the compassion, morality, and intellect of Emir Abd el Kader.